Welcome to The Deep Dive. This is a Prime AI podcast brought to you by the folks at Silicon and Silk.
Great to be here. Okay, let's talk about that moment. You know the one, peak online shopping anxiety. You find something perfect, you go to the size drop down, and bam, that doubt hits you.
Will this actually fit me? It's a massive point of friction, right? And honestly, it's a huge reason for returns.
Exactly. So today, we're diving into something designed to, well, just erase that doubt.
Yeah, we're talking about the idea of a zero input size finder. Basically, the future where getting the right size recommendation is completely automatic. Effortless for you, the shopper, frictionless.
That's the plan for this chat. We want to unpack this technology. We'll look at how fashion retailers are already using tools like this, tools that don't need your input but are still incredibly accurate.
And really dig into why this is, well, pretty much the future for sizing in e-commerce. It's all about learning from what really happens, not just what a brand intended.
Okay, let's start at the beginning then. For ages, it's been size charts, maybe some measurement guides. We all kind of know they're not great, but why exactly are these old methods causing so much trouble?
Well, the core issue is simple, but huge. There's no single, reliable, universal size chart. It just doesn't exist.
So a medium isn't really a medium everywhere.
Not even close. A size chart is basically the manufacturer saying, this is what we aim for. It's their intention. It tells you almost nothing about how that specific shirt or pair of jeans actually fits real people.
So my usual size, say a size 8, could mean totally different things depending on the shop.
Absolutely. And it gets worse. Even within the same brand. Think about it, a slim fit shirt versus a relaxed fit one. They fit completely differently, right?
Yeah, of course.
But the brand's basic size chart probably just lumps them together. And then you add other factors like maybe this patch was made in a different factory. Or sometimes even the color of the same item can sit slightly differently because the dye affects the fabric.
Wow. Okay, so the chart stays the same, but the actual product can vary quite a bit.
Exactly. The chart shows the intention, like I said, not the reality of the fit you'll get.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster for retailers trying to keep customers happy. If their main advice tool, the chart, is based on hope, not facts. Well, that explains a lot of returns.
Precisely. It creates this huge gap between expectation and reality.
Right.
And that gap costs money. Size and fit issues, they're always at the top of the list for why people return fashion items online.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. If we get rid of the charts, get rid of asking the customer to do anything, no tape measures, no what's your body shape quizzes, no guessing, how does this zero input tech actually work? How does it get so accurate?
It comes down to the tech learning constantly, using data the retailer likely already has. It's about connecting the dots. There are really 4 key data pillars that power it.
Okay, lay them out for us. What's pillar number 1?
Pillar 1 is fundamental, past purchase history. The system links up with your order history. It looks at what sizes you bought before, and crucially, what sizes you didn't return. That builds your starting profile.
Makes sense. And number 2?
Number 2 is return patterns. The system learns really fast when you, or shoppers like you, send something back specifically tagged as too small or too big. It uses that feedback to correct itself.
Hold on, though. If someone keeps ordering the wrong size, maybe they just like a looser fit or they're guessing wrong consistently, doesn't the system risk just recommending bigger and bigger sizes based on their returns?
Good question. That's where the clever part comes in, and it links to the next pillar. It's not just about your individual returns in isolation.
Okay.
It connects your experience with everyone else buying that exact same item. This brings us to pillar 3, product-level attributes. The system needs to understand the specific sizing nuances of every single item, the ISCO unit, the stock keeping unit. That includes its cut, the material, how much stretch it has, the real fit profile of that specific garment.
Got it. So it knows that, say, this specific red jumper fits differently than the blue one, even if they look the same online.
Exactly right. And the final piece, pillar 4, is continuous learning. Every single purchase, every return, every item someone keeps it, all feeds back into the model. It sharpens the recommendation for you personally, but it also refines the understanding of how that specific product fits everyone. It gets smarter with every transaction everywhere.
And the outcome is, well, it sounds pretty amazing. You, the shopper, do nothing, 0 effort, and you get an instant size suggestion tailored to you. And the accuracy.
The accuracy is validated on live customer data at 99% for size-related fit. It's incredibly precise because it's based on real behavior.
99%. Wow.
Yeah, and when you get that level of accuracy, you basically wipe out the returns caused by bad sizing. That chunk of returns, often like 25% of all fashion returns, it shrinks dramatically. That's a huge win for the retailer, just from making things effortless for the customer.
So this isn't just about convenience, it's a major efficiency driver. But it sounds like it becomes even more powerful for retailers dealing with lots of different brands.
Oh, absolutely. Think about the complexity for multi-brand retailers. Some of these online stores are juggling. I mean, we see retailers selling nearly 3,000 different brands.
3,000. How do you even start to manage size charts for that many suppliers?
You don't really. That's the point. Trying to get consistent, accurate, up-to-date sizing info from 3,000 different sources, all with their own standards, it's basically impossible. The data is often missing or it's just plain wrong.
So if one size chart is shaky, 3,000 is just chaos.
Total chaos. But the beauty of this zero input approach is it doesn't need those manufacturer charts. It learns how things actually fit by looking at the combined sales and returns data across all shoppers.
How does that work in practice?
Well, say a specific style of boot from one brand keeps getting returned as too small by lots of different people. The system spots that pattern and automatically starts adjusting the recommendations for that specific boot for future shoppers. It figures out the real fit, even if the brand provided no size information at all, or if the info they provided was wrong.
So the tech cuts through the chaos of 3,000 suppliers and creates one smooth sizing experience just by watching what shoppers actually buy and return. That's impressive.
It really is. That level of data analysis is why it's the future. And that sophistication. It translates directly into creating a really premium customer experience, too.
Right, let's talk luxury. Because for high-end brands, it's not just about selling clothes, it's about the whole experience, isn't it? They can't have clunky tools or quizzes popping up.
Exactly. Luxury retailers use this kind of zero-input tech to offer what feels like a premium concierge service. If you're buying high-end fashion, you expect things to be seamless, curated, effortless.
Yeah, you expect them to know you.
Precisely. So when the perfect size just appears for you instantly, based on your past purchases, perhaps it reinforces that feeling of being understood, that attention to detail. The tech becomes invisible. All that's left is the feeling of, wow, they got it exactly right for me.
And this isn't just theoretical, right? We know major brands are actually using similar tools and seeing results.
Absolutely. This is proven in the real world. You see big names, especially in categories where fit is critical, like Speedo, New Balance, Puma. They've all successfully used advanced frictionless sizing tools to significantly cut down their return rates, specifically due to sizing issues.
Okay, so performance wear, athletic brands.
Yeah, but it's broader too. There was a really interesting study looking at a multi-brand fashion retailer. It showed measurable reductions in returns across 14 different brands all at once, just by implementing this kind of outcome-based sizing. It proves the point. Learning from real shopper behavior works, regardless of the brand or what their chart says.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what does it mean for how retailers should be thinking about sizing technology now? It sounds like the game has changed.
It really has. The conversation needs to shift fundamentally. Retailers need to stop focusing on sort of static claims and start deploying proof based on real outcomes. Meaning a sales pitch like, oh, we cover 2,000 brands, is pretty much meaningless if that coverage just means they scraped a bunch of unreliable sized charts from websites. It tells you nothing about actual fit accuracy.
So that's the old question retailers used to ask. What's the new question they need to be asking potential tech partners?
The crucial insight is that true accuracy doesn't come from static data. It comes from technology that figures out the right size based on real-world results, buys, and returns. So the key question isn't which brands do you cover anymore. It's, can your technology actually learn how each individual product truly fits, even without any official size charts, just by observing shopper behavior?
That capability learning and adapting without asking the customer to lift a finger, that's the real benchmark now.
That's the benchmark for the future of sizing, yes.
So the promise of zero input seems really clear. For the retailer, consistent accuracy, real impact on the bottom line, fewer refunds, maybe higher conversion. And for you, the shopper, basically zero effort. The best tech is the tech you don't even see, right? It just works.
Exactly. And thinking about that data trail, the system learning the real fit of every single item from actual transactions. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It leaves you with a thought to chew on.
Go on.
If we can solve something as tricky as sizing just by observing real outcomes instead of relying on manufacturer intentions or static info, what other big challenges in retail could be cracked open the same way? Think about product descriptions, or where to stock inventory, or even how products are displayed online. Maybe the return data, the outcome data, holds the key to optimizing a lot more than just size. What else is shopper behavior telling us that we're not listening to yet?